Nicky, our new camera lady. Right, last week we had a go at playing in suits, and what I'm going to do tonight is just a quick revision of what we did last week, and then some hints as to how to play in a suit contract with trumps, and then we'll just play. And the next couple of weeks we will just be playing more or less the same as we're playing tonight, just to get you used to the idea of playing in a trump suit. So last week we had a look at opening at the 1 level, and you've got your cribs, but I reduced it to 12 to 19 points. You're going to open one of a suit, with one exception which you already know. 12 to 14 points in a balanced hand, you're going to open one no trump. Now the 12 star means you've got 11 high card points, you've got an unbalanced hand, you must have at least one 5 card suit. You can add 1 point for that 5th card, makes it 12. It's just a lot easier than trying to remember 11 and 12 and lots of the other ones. So 12 asterisk to 19, you can open one of a suit. 12 to 14 with a balanced hand is a 1 no trump opener. When your partner has opened one of a suit and you are the responder, with 4 cards in that suit, not with 3, you've got to have at least 4 or more. With 6 to 9 points, you would bid your partner's suit at the 2 level. 10 to 12 points, you're going to bid it at the 3 level. 13 or more, you're going to bid at the 4 level. In a major, hearts and spades, then 4 hearts, 4 spades is game, and you get lots of bonus points for being in game. If you've got 13 and your partner is sowing 12-ish, you've got 25. Less than 6, you can't possibly have 25, so you're not going to bid. 13 or more, you're going to go all the way to game. The bit in between, 6 to 9, 10 to 12, divided into 2 ranges, giving your partner fairly accurate information as to your hand. You're saying, I've got 4 of your suit and I'm in this range. So your partner now can do some arithmetic and decide whether it's worth bidding on or just passing. So opening a suit guarantees at least 4 cards in that suit. 4, because if you've got a balanced hand, you might only have, your longest suit might be 4. But if you've got 15 points or more, you can't open one no trump. You've got to open a suit. So opening a suit guarantees 4 cards in that suit. Doesn't say anything about the quality. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5. You would still open it. Hard as that might be. The suit doesn't need an honour. That's just the system that we play. Now, where you're playing in a suit contract, declarer would normally draw trumps. And I stress normally, not always. And as you draw trumps, you should count the cards played in that trump suit, because you want to know how many cards the opposition still have. If you're drawing trumps, you want them to have none, so that you have complete control of the play. So moving on from last week, analysis before playing any card. Declarer should make a plan before playing any card at all from dummy. Exactly the same as for no trump. As soon as the opener plays, have a look at the card, then have a look at dummy's hand and decide what you're going to do. Don't do anything rashly. In no trumps, you counted top tricks. In a suit contract, top tricks might not win. They might be ruffed by the opposition. Ruffed being trumped. So the recommendation is start by counting your winners first, then your losers. So let's look at this hand, and let's not bother with that. Let's just count our winners. In spades, we've got the ace-king. We've also got the queen up there. That's 3 good cards. In hearts, which are trumps, we don't have the ace, so we can't count it as winners yet, but we can see 4 tricks there. Nothing in diamonds, 2 in clubs, but we've also got the queen up in north there. So we've got six good winners. We can establish the hearts, gives us 4 more, there's 10. Not a problem, let's crack on. West leads the 9 of spades, going to take it with the ace. Clear out trumps. So I'll play the 2. Ace comes down from west, that's good. So we've lost that trick, not a problem, we were expecting to lose that. But then West plays diamonds. In north we've got 3 rubbishy diamonds. In south, Declarer, we've also got 3 rubbishy diamonds. So straight away, we've lost 4 tricks. We had 10 winners, the opposition had 4. 14. There are only 13 tricks. They got in first. So let's rewind the clock and go back to the start. And this time I'm going to count my losers. I've got no losers in spades. And when I'm counting losers, I'm counting them in my hand. So my hand is Declarer hand down at south there. I've got no losers in spades. I've got 1 loser in hearts because I've got between the 2 hands the 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. I'm just missing the ace. So I've got 1 loser. It could be any of those cards, just call it the 2. I recognise now that I've got 3 losers in diamonds. In clubs, I've got none. I've got the ace, the king, but I can play the 3 on the queen in dummy, in north. So I can take three tricks quite happily. So what that has done is focused my attention on the fact that I've got 4 losers, and I can only afford to have 3. If I now play trumps, as one normally would, I'm going to lose control. So I don't want to lose a trick. So I now look at how I can get rid of at least 1 of those losers. I can't do anything with a heart. It's going to be taken by the ace. So I need to get rid of 1 of the diamonds. How can I do that? Well, here, what we're really looking at is manipulating short suits. I can see, for example, that if I played the 3 of clubs, take it with the queen, feed the jack back, win the ace, I now have a void in clubs because I played 2 club suits. I could then take the next trick with a king and dump 1 of my diamonds from north. That would then mean that when I lose to the ace of trumps, there are only 2 diamonds that they can win before I can trump. There's another way, which I'll go through, is to play the ace, take the first trick with the ace, then I'm going to win the king. So I've created a void in my hand. Play a club up to the queen. then win the queen in spades and discard one of my losers down here. Now I've only got 3 losers. I've manipulated the shortages to allow me to get rid of a loser. And that is the sort of strategy that we're after. Now, you're looking bemused. I expect you to be amused for about the next 2 or 3 months. Okay? It's a tricky thing to do. And an awful lot of people don't do it. But this is the best way of playing in a no-trump contract. Let's look at another hand, slightly different. Here I've got 4 cards in hearts in my hand, 4 in dummy. Count losers. In spades, I've got none. I've got the ace, the king, and I've got the queen up in north. So I can win that 6 with a queen. Hearts, I'm missing the ace. I've got the king, the queen, the jack, the 10, the 9. Hearts is not a problem, but I'm going to lose the ace. So I've got 1 loser there, let's call it the 3. In diamonds, I've got the ace of diamonds in north, so I'm only going to lose 2 diamonds from my hand. So I'm counting the losers in my hand, but taking account of the high cards and dummies. So I'm going to lose the 3 of hearts, the 9 and 6 of diamonds, and in clubs, I'm going to lose the 3, in theory. But what that has done is made me look at, there's nothing I can do about hearts, there's nothing I can do about clubs, diamonds, but there is something I can do about the clubs. There are only 2 clubs in north, where I've got the ace king and my loser. So I can ruff that loser in north. So by looking at my losers, what I've done is ended up focusing on this card here, a 3. It's the most important card in my hand at the moment. I have to get rid of that if I'm going to make 4 hearts and take 10 tricks. I've got to find a way of losing that. And it's pretty clear that I can lose it by roughing it in north. All happy with that? Because I can take the ace king and then ruff the 3. But ideally I want to take out trumps first, if I can, because I know the opposition have got 5 between them. If it splits 3 on one side, 2 on the other, 3 rounds of trumps will remove all the trumps from the opposition, and it will leave me 1 trump in north to trump my important 3. So we'll try that. Take the first trick with the king, and all that thinking has been done before I've played a card. I'm then going to play the 3, lose it to the ace. So that's my loser in hearts. If they come back with a spade, okay, I'm going to win the ace in south. I'm going to play the 10 of hearts, which I will take with the queen in north. I've now played 2 rounds of trumps, and I know if the cards split 3-2, because if both opponents put down trumps on this round, then there's only 1 left, and I can clear it out and leave myself with 1 trump in north for the ruff that I need. If we're unfortunate and it splits 4-1, then I have to think again. My plan's not going to work. I stop, and what I'm going to do is stop taking out trumps. Now I'm going to ruff that 3 while I still have trumps in north. So I'm going to play the 3 and take it with a 9. I take it with a 9 because there's still trumps out there. And I don't want the 6 to be over trumped. When you're trumping, you tend to use the highest trump you think you can get away with. You don't take the lowest one because it's a nice low one. Make it difficult for the opposition to over rough you. So where are we? We have now lost our 3 of clubs. It's been roughed in north. It's no longer a loser. I've lost 1 trick in hearts. I've still got 2 in diamonds. I can cope with that. That's my contract made. All I've got to do then is keep going. Take out the rest of the trumps and take out the rest of my high cards. And I end up with 10 tricks, 4 hearts made. But that all started with recognising that this 3 here was of vital importance to making that 4 hearts.
I'll just ask one question. So
yep.
If you play did you say the 9 of hearts?
The 9 of hearts, yes. As opposed to the 6.
Right, okay.
When I roughed.
So if you played the 9, you'd have to play with the Jack of hearts.
Yes. Well, you'd end up winning the King and the Jack in south as the last 2 rounds of hearts. Okay?
Okay.
There, with 4 trumps in one hand, 4 trumps in the other. It doesn't really matter which one you use to ruff, except because we're trying to ruff the 3 of clubs from south, the trump has got to be from north. Let me just have a look at this hand here. West leads the ace. And what I can see is I've got 4 losers. I've got no losers in spades, no losers in hearts, 4 losers in diamonds, and no losers in clubs. I need to get rid of at least one of those losers in diamonds. But the only way to do that is to ruff in north, but I'm going to have to do that before taking out trumps. I've got 8 trumps. It's going to take at least 3 rounds to remove the opposition's trumps. If I do that first, I'm not going to have a trump in north to trump a diamond. So although you try to take out trumps first, you don't always. So how does this play out? If I can remember. We lose the first diamond. They then change the clubs. Why do they change the clubs? Well, if you look at spades, we've got 8, 9, 10, Jack. The clubs provide a couple of good entries into that spade suit. Also, they might well be saying, I don't want to create a void in diamonds to help declarer do the roughing. So, where have we got to? I now play the ace 8 of diamonds from north because I want to clear out diamonds in north. and I'm going to lose that one. But now I've created a void in north. I'm now in a position where I can rough one of my diamonds. They come back with another club, which I have won. So now I come back to south through the spades, play a diamond and rough it again with a 9.